Hi, everybody. Tom Gile at the Gile Group. What's going on with home prices? I think this is the question that's on a lot of people's minds right now, because we all know listings and sales are off from compared to last year. But how's this impacting prices and what does 2023 look like? Well, check out the latest Gile Report to find out. So we're going to start here like we always do with the latest market activity. Just take a look at these two graphs here. They do a good job at laying things out. First of all, if you look at what the sales were month over month, compared to 2022 to 2021, you can see that sales are down about almost 43% in November compared to last year. But if you look at listings, listings aren't off as much, but they are down but not off as much. They're down about 25%. So of course, when we're listing more houses than we're selling, inventory is going to go up. Inventory in November was 2.6 months. That's up from 2.4 months in September. And also, if you take a look at last year, remember last year was crazy last November. We're at 0.8 months last year. But really take a look at this graph here, because if you look at where we're at now, that's really more of a normal inventory compared to where we're at pre-COVID. So how do all these changes equate into pricing? What's going on in the market? Well, take a look here at this graph. You can see that we're actually down about 10% from where our peak was in May, but we're still above where we're at a year ago at this time. So I think that's important to note. Even houses selling a year ago have positive equity compared to where they're at today. So given these changes in the market, let's take a look at what some of the experts are saying that lies in store for 2023. This first quote here is by Danielle Hale, the chief economist at Realtor.com. I'm not going to read this entire quote here. Go ahead and take a look at it. But I think what the gist of the matter is that the soaring home prices that we saw in 2021 and 2022 were really caused by ultra low mortgage rates, which are really a thing of the past. We're not going to see those 2%, those 3% rates anymore. So just factor that in your plans right now that the market is not going to go back there. So as a result, we expect prices to continue to rise, but at a slower rate than what we saw before in 2021, 2022. Also looking at what Mark Fleming, the chief economist of First American, has to say, housing prices have slowed down in all 50 markets that First American's looking at, but the deceleration is generally more dramatic in areas that experience some of the bigger appreciation. So those areas that really took off, the Boise's, the Spokane's, Las Vegas, those areas are seeing some of the more depreciation as we kind of, the market levels off. Taking a look at Taylor Marr, chief economist at Redfin, says, for those folks eagerly waiting for home prices to crash, you're going to have to keep waiting for, just like what I was talking about before. As much as the demand is pulling back, supply as well as reducing the downward pressure on prices in the short run. So we're seeing demand drop off, but we're also seeing some shrinking in supply, as we're seeing in the Portland numbers here. So that's really keeping those prices, fairly strong. So what's my take? Well, I already kind of led up to some of this as we led up to this slide here, but let's recap the current market activity. Portland trailed areas like Boise, Spokane, and Las Vegas when it came to price appreciation over the last year or so. Prices have dropped, but they're still above where we were at last year. And inventory is up, but recent activity has been starting to lag a little bit. So here's my projections. I think we're going to see a leveling off of prices in the short term as supply remains relatively tight. Year over year sales prices in early to mid 2023, I think will be below 2022. And the reason I say that is, remember, in the beginning of 2022, we had that very big ramp up to about May. So I think year over year, we're going to start going the other way, and we're going to see a little bit over where 2023 prices are going to be under where our 2022 prices were. I think interest rates are going to continue to decline in 2023, bringing buyers back into the market. And there's always reasons for people to buy and sell homes, regardless of the overall market. Have questions about your home or want more information? Send us an email at askgilegroup@gilegroup.com. Reach out to us on social media, or reach out and give me a call. We'd love to hear from you.